He can play at this mid-range where Banana's really strong. Any character that can really set up any kind of ground control that counters the Banana, like a Steve block on the ground, for example, or a Fire Hydrant from Pac-Man, that's going to really slow down Diddy's Banana game and the Banana pressure.
Whoa.
And it looks like Tweek is bringing out the Fat Man. Wario is coming to play here. We have not seen the Wario in such a long time, especially after the nerfs. So this is very interesting.
Yeah, listen, like we brought up before, you know, when you get to these later parts in the bracket and you might run into some matchups that you don't have a lot of experience against, you know, go with what is most comfortable to you. And Tweek really wrote a lot, you know, helped write a lot of the book for Wario early on in Ultimate's meta. And let's see if you know, you can get back on the bicycle and you know, pick it all back up again.
Yeah, arguably one of the best Warios to do it in the history of Smash. So, I mean, you know, Tweek was the highest ranking Wario in the first season and the second season as well. So, you know, just a very seasoned Wario player. Obviously, the best solo main Wario is Muto. But, yeah, I mean, just like you said, is no stranger to the Wario meta. Obviously, Wario has recently gone nerfed in the previous patch. So, definitely, I think the nerfs were, you know, were pretty heavy, but I still think this character is viable, is able to compete, and we're seeing it right now.
Yeah, and you can definitely see why he would want to opt for Wario here, Charles. Like we mentioned, any sort of character that can set up ground control, you know, really gives the characters that Tweek's, you know, been practicing, like Diddy Kong, a lot of trouble. Wario, you know, having one of the best air drifts in the game, can negate all of that, you know, not having to engage with you know, the Fire Hydrant on the ground unless he wants to. So, you know, definitely see why he would want to opt for Wario here.
Yeah, Wario can play a grounded game, but usually you see Wario's in the air, like you said, really abusing that air drift. And there it is, the up tilt waft. The nerfs couldn't stop it. So that was one of the things that was nerfed, was the up tilt, and I believe the start of time of waft as well. But yeah, is still able to get that confirmed. Maybe with the nerfs, they just wanted to lessen the window for it, make it a little bit more of a precise window to go for. But Tweek's still out here making it work.
Yeah, listen, Waft is still a potent kill option, you know, despite the fact that they definitely, you know, neutered it a little bit. You can't nerf a bowel movement, Charles.
Yeah, exactly. And another thing, too, like you mentioned, you know, Pac-Man usually wants to sit back, really wait. Oh, wait, we got another conversion here. The rising there almost connects. But all this time that Pac-Man sets up the hydrant, charges the fruit, that's all time for Wario's waft to charge. So Tweek not really in a rush to interact with Pac-Man. He doesn't have to, especially with the stock lead, but even more so, even without considering the stock lead, his next waft is just charging up.
Yep, exactly. And you see right here another factor of the game that, you know, not many, I'm sure, players feel comfortable doing is engaging in set play with Pac-Man's own items. You know, Tweek obviously playing a set play character of his own, you know, knowing that, okay, as long as I hold on to this item, Pac-Man's entire neutral game, it feels like just changes on the fly. So you see Tweek not afraid to engage and, you know, Z pick up these, you know, these bells and these other bonus fruit that might be coming out.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, that's one thing that can really separate a lot of players. Some players, their item control isn't that great, so they'll struggle a lot with, you know, Diddy Kong, Pac-Man, some of these item characters, Snake. Being able to, even if your character doesn't have an item, you as a player having really good item control, that's going to be a really big factor in a lot of matchups. The air dodge, there's the strawberry, and there's the bike there as well. Tweek not even going to go for the upbeat. That is definitely the KO. And Wario, without that bike to recover, you know, can be pretty troublesome to get back on a stage.
Yep, strawberry edge guards, much like strawberry fields, are forever, Charles. So let's see what the response here will be from Tweek, who's built himself up a pretty nice lead and already has full wafts back on deck. So, you know, obviously, if anyone who's familiar with watching Sinji play in the Tri-State region, you know, knows that he is definitely, you know, in no rush to try to force his hand if he doesn't have to. You know, as you see him, he's looking very meticulous with his item pulls right now. So we could be in for a long one here.
Yeah, absolutely. We got 3 minutes on the clock. I imagine Tweek would probably just save this waft unless he's able to get like some kind of parry waft set up or a waft out of shield. Probably just save it for the last stock. So all this time that's getting burned essentially just to force that timer. Tweek is the one with the lead. It's not a humongous lead. It's only about 50%. It gets really bad with the stock lead, especially for timeouts here. Here's the setup, the up smash. Ooh, the bike covering him though. Not going to be able to punish that up smash. Oh my god. How many options are you gonna cover, Tweek? The up throw on the bike as well as the waft on the bottom, man. You're just getting attacked at all fronts.
Yeah, no, that was just a great, chain of command right there. Tweek having all of his options covered, like you just mentioned. So, like you said, it becomes much easier to play the long game when you have the stock lead. So, you see Tweek obviously doing, the right thing here, but unfortunately flying a little bit too close to the sun and getting caught by the bail into the F smash right there. So even stocks across the board here.
Yeah, that's something you gotta be really careful. Pac-Man had no rage there, but Pac-Man forwards or just smash attacks in general are very powerful, which also just in return makes that bell very, very powerful. You gotta respect it. Now Sinji with the lead here, 1 minute and 35 seconds about on the clock. Okay, the Nair into grab up air. Do you get a frame trap? No, the trampoline is there to save Sinji.
Yeah, no, that was a great awareness right there from Sinji to know where the trampoline was, reset back at the ledge, and to get his items back on deck here.
Okay, we got a little hydrant play there, kind of setting it up like a Gordo. I believe Wario can eat the bonus fruit as well, so that's going to be something that I have to be careful. But the control of the bell going back and forth between both players here. A little hydrant play as well. There's the up tilt. Wait a minute! Oh, tries to get the drop zone waft after the fair, but does not. Sinji doesn't go into tumble there. That's a huge L for Tweek. I'm not going to have waft for pretty much the rest of the game. There's only 1 minute left on the clock, so he's going to have to beat him out with vanilla Wario, essentially. Or you could get, like, kind of a half waft at the very, very end, like, auto finish.
Yeah, he's going to be cutting it really close to the edge right there, but... let's see if he's even going to need that. You see Tweek definitely starting to, again, play more with the bonus fruit in hand. Almost catching Sinji with the back air right there, but putting himself in great position to catch the tertiary option.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, the get-up attack doesn't go punish there. 20 seconds left on the clock. Tweek has all the rage in the world. He just has to be careful of the hydrant, the bonus fruit. There's so much. He's probably going to try to land that forward tilt or maybe a down tilt dash tag. I'm not too sure if he has too much rage for that confirmed, but so much being thrown at him. Only 8 seconds left. He needs a KO.
Oh, the what?
What the? Okay, and he's out of here.
Did he just do like a half? Did he do like a half A input? Like
I don't know what happened. Like I just saw the camera jerk to the right, and I was like, "What? What is?" Oh, and he gets the back. Hey.
I don't know what happened. It's like he was trying to walk up Bowser's staircase, and like,
yeah,
like, bro, you're playing the wrong game. What are you doing? Like, that was totally ridiculous.
It's crazy. Like it felt different too, just because of the tense situation. It was just like, oh,
yeah.
what? Like, what the?
Yeah, it's like, it's a very intense moment and somebody tries to like crack a joke to like break the tension. Like there's a time and a place for everything. Whatever the hell that was not the place. My God, that was whatever the hell that was. Needless to say, was wild. And listen, like we mentioned, Sinji, playing the long game that first game, and it worked out in spades for him. So you see Tweek reaching back into the bag of tricks, going back to the Wolf. We saw Wolf come out in the first set against Quid. So let's see if the Wolf has any better success that the Pac-Man didn't have, or the Wario didn't have in the second game here.
Yeah, the last time Tweek did face a Pac-Man offline was Frostbite, was against T, was able to close out the set 3-1, and it was this matchup. So obviously Wi-Fi makes things a tad bit different, but I think, this is, in terms of top tier matchups, probably one of Pac-Man's worst matchups. For a top tier matchup, they probably might have some other weird matchups for like mid tiers or low tiers that are harder. But yeah, Wolf definitely a character that gives Pac-Man a ton of trouble. Just a very solid all-around kit. You're gonna have Blaster. We see Tweek utilizing the gun very well here. So if the neutral B is fresh for Wolf, 2 Blaster shots will disable will put the hydrant into tumble. So I believe you need 14% to put the hydrant into tumble, and if spaced correctly, the Wolf Blaster fresh does 10. So yeah, you're just gonna be able to hit, kind of mess with the hydrant from a very safe distance. What makes hydrant so hard to deal with if your character doesn't have one move that just does 14 damage and puts it in tumble, you'll hit the hydrant, and while you're lagging from your move, Pac-Man can then hit the hydrant while you just did your move, and then you either have to hold shield and block the hydrant, or you're just gonna get hit by the hydrant, period, right? So
yeah, you'll see people fall into the trap where they'll like try to like smash attack the hydrants, but that's exactly what Pac-Man wants you to do, because you're going to be stuck in, you know, so much hit lag after hitting the hydrant that he's going to, you know, have enough positioning to, you know, get a punish on you. And again, like you said, Tweek's definitely going to opt to use that gun, you know, a lot, as you see right there, you know, have enough to dislodge it. And also having the added benefit of the reflector. It's going to make it so that Sinji can't just throw the bonus fruit at him for free. So, and we'll see how this works out.
Yep, just really playing that long-range game. Wolf, a very simple character when you do get in. For the most part, you know, outside from the very crazy, like, low percentage combos you can get, you're mainly just doing, like, you know, 2 to 3 hit combos, getting really solid damage, and Tweek is definitely playing that game, especially against a floaty like Pac-Man. You're probably not going to do, like, some crazy, insane conversion. But yeah, just playing a really solid game here. We'll see if Tweek can just hold on to this lead. And, you know, with this percentage lead, you can kind of just wait. You don't have to overextend. You got, like, 70, you know, 50, 70 damage to work with. So, yeah, and already a minute and a half on the clock, burned out 140% on Sinji.
Yeah, and Tweek setting up where he is one of the best at. We haven't really talked about it too much, but Tweek is notorious for being one of the best ledge trappers, you know, on planet Earth. So, you know, obviously, like we mentioned, the scenarios make things a little bit more difficult, but, you know, it's still very much effective, as you see right here. Sinji having a rough time getting back into neutral.
Yeah, and even, like you said, that reflector, not only do you have the blaster to force the interaction onto the hydrant, you can just reflect it if it does come at you. And then now it's just your hydrant, especially at this point, Sinji is going to have to respect it. There's so much threat Sinji has to look out for here. You know, the forward tilt, the back air, dash attack, and even back throw. Oh, no punish, a roll in from Tweek. That does go unpunished here. We'll see if he, you know, we'll see if Sinji is able to make a play with the rage. But oh man, this is looking really close for this first stock. It might not seem like it percentage-wise, but there is a lot of rage on Sinji. One bell into a smash attack, that's gonna be the stock.
Yeah, no, 100%. If you're Tweek, you definitely want to be on your P's and Q's and you're up close and not try to force you know, the kill right there. Forward air not gonna be enough. Sinji nearing the 2nd century mark, but you know, let's see what the response is gonna be here. My goodness.
Gets the roll read, but shoots it to the wrong side. The hydrant hitting Tweek actually saved him from getting followed up from a smash attack there. Got off. Oh, okay, doesn't get hit by the hydrant or the bell. Gets up and over. Okay, and he's going to be able to defuse the hydrant. Sinji really making this first stock. Like, look at the amount of value. He is going to die from the back throw here, but he's racked up 123%. Great play from Sinji.
Yeah, you know, whenever you're in those long stock scenarios, especially when you're down, all you want to do is bring it to, you know, within, give yourself a puncher's chance in a 2nd stock here. So now it's dependent on Tweek to try to overextend and get some extra credit, which he's doing a pretty okay job of, but still have to be on red alert here.
Wolf definitely very good at that. Directional air dodge, up B, barely, okay. Nice tech into the side B. Sinji, though, beautiful hydrant right into the back throw. The edge guard does connect the down air, stomping all over him. And Tweek did a pretty good job, 48%, but fantastic job on Sinji's part to close out that stock off stage. Yeah,
the Diet Snake down air, paying off in spades right there for Sinji, but just as strong. That move is very, very underrated in Pac-Man's kit, I feel like.
Oh, absolutely. And I feel like more and more Pac-Mans are starting to get more aggressive with just their aerials in general. Definitely one of the few zoners that can just straight up scrap with a lot of the meta characters up close, which is why, in my opinion, I think Pac-Man's a very, very powerful character.
Oh, yeah, 100%. So, shades of that first stock here, Charles. You know, Tweek up to a big lead right now. Ooh, had the right idea with the reflector right below, you know, Pac-Man disadvantage. 9 times out of 10, they're going to throw the hydrant on if they haven't already done so. And
ooh, almost catching the jump. Tries to go for the up air, but the up tilt after the turnaround. Going to catch that normal get up. Great ledge trapping. You did point out earlier, Tweek is one of the best ledge trappers in Smash Bros. History. So, yeah, no surprise there. Able to close out the stock, but this time only 52%. We'll see what the answer from Sinji is, because this is a huge opportunity for Tweek to, you know, just start racking up a lot of damage on this last stock with the reflector as well. Oh, no.
Yeah, and less than 70, you know, about 60 seconds on the clock right now, Charles. You know, Sinji's going to have to, you know, pull out a bonus pellet and then maybe a smash ball to try to mount this comeback, but it's going to
all of a sudden just have the final smash. Like, oh, yeah, you're down a stock. Here you go.
We've been playing with items this whole time.
But yeah, I mean, and this is the can be the issue. Pac-Man does have, you know, aggressive bunts, but Sinji's gonna have to start making a lot more aggressive plays. Only 36%, and there's an entire stock you have to wipe out too. So not only and yeah, see you later. I mean, like, to be fair, I wouldn't say the game was over. I don't think that was on purpose, but it was very hard to bring it back from that situation because 30 seconds left on the clock. Tweek, even if he comes back, gets a reversal that KOs Tweek, then Tweek sits on the Angel platform for like 5 to 8 seconds, right? So that's like already almost like, you know, 1/4 to 1/3 of your time that you have left. And then he comes in, and then you still have to get the KO on top of that. It's really hard.
Yeah, eventually you jail yourself because you get past these points of no return. You know, there's always these, whenever you watch like, you know, the long defensive sets in Smash, there's like a you know, important time where you have to flip the switch. It's like, okay, I'd start playing for the timeout now. I have X amount of time to do, you know, whatever I need to do. You know, you section it off, and like you said, there was too much to do and not enough time. You know, at that point, it's a simple math equation. It's like, all right, might as well just cut my losses, reset, and you know, try to bring it back into third game.
Yeah, and for some of you newer players that are watching, if you ever realize like, oh wow, camping is really good. Why don't I just do that all the time? Well, you know, we've in the Smash Brothers community, we've been doing this for quite some time, and there's been a lot of people that have had that mentality. So there's a little timer on the top right just to prevent gameplay like that. If you do not have the lead, you have becomes your resource. You essentially have to either win the game or gain the lead within the time, or you lose. It forces interactions, and yeah, like you said, in terms of the deficit Sinji was in, Tweek could just sit back because he knew he just doesn't have to approach. Sinji's the one that has to make the plays, right?
Yes, sir. So we're going to go to Kalos Pokemon League here. So having a wide open center here, I'm sure is going to be beneficial here for Sinji. And having those added platforms that extend out over the ledge, it's definitely going to you know, make the ledge trapping less oppressive. You know, if you're Sinji, you know, the way they extend just slightly out over the ledge is going to make it a little bit easier for him to get back to the stage.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's so many times you see, in terms of the vertical pressure that, you know, Pac-Man has when you're juggling him, he's one of the few characters that can throw a projectile down towards you. So when you're juggling Pac-Man, you have to be very careful. And just Pac-Man also having that threat with these side platforms that he can retreat to in these juggle situations is going to be very useful for Pac-Man. So I really like the counter pick. And even for most projectile characters that want to like hang back, when you corner yourself because you're trying to set up these projectiles, having that platform to retreat to is always that nice little safe haven that you can go to, you know?
And back in our day, chat, the hydrant might have exploded sometimes when you threw it downwards.
Good old custom moves in Smash 4. You never knew what was going to happen. Think of all the crazy matchups you have to know, and then like add 4 or like what was it, like 3 different special moves per character. Oh my goodness!
It's like accidentally typing your doctorate in Wingdings. Like, it got weird. But nonetheless, though, shades of that first game, you know, showing right here for Tweek. He's very apt to just, you know, take the high ground on the platforms and shoot the gun. And here we go. You know, you can see where the counter pick could potentially, you know, come back to bite Sinji. You know, I don't really think he'd have to do some really crazy, like, off the heezy, like, dislodgement of the fire hydrant to, like, get a projectile up there, you know, without, you know, committing to a jump or something that Tweek can react to from a distance. So definitely pay attention to that if we get, you know, to another low clock scenario.
Oh, absolutely. And, you know, all the reasons I did list off, can you get the up smash at that height? The answer is yes. Sinji does get the bell with the rage, able to close it out here, now able to abuse Kalos for the reasons why he picked it, because definitely felt like that first stock, Tweek was the one abusing the Kalos platform layout.
Yeah, definitely Pac-Man a little bit taller than I thought he would have been to reach that. That looked like it was like just at the right height to still connect. So now, you know, the ball bounces back into Tweek's court where he's going to have to be the one to make a move, and a great, you know, jump back air right there. Sinji getting caught in the end lag of throwing the bonus fruit. So we're back at an even game, stock-wise.
Yeah, Wolf back air, that move. I feel like not enough people talk about how broken that move is.
Do you remember when everybody thought that move was going to be bad because it came out slow? And then it's just like, wait a second, whoa, let's take it easy here for a second.
Yeah, it's like, okay, this move hits like Bowser back air if I sweet spot it, and I can combo into it? Oh, okay. Or if I just like hit it in neutral to catch like a jump or something, like they're just done. It's like a aerial smash attack.
Yeah, excuse the hell out of me. All right,
back and forth here.
Ooh, yep, and just like that. Ooh, it's a little bit of rough DI right there. from Tweek eating a double back air. So now Sinji back in the driver's seat here.
As a Wolf main, I just want to point out that up B Tweek did was phenomenal. Most, like 9 out of 10 Wolves are going to Wolf Flash there, and that's what Sinji was timing his smash attack for, but Tweek barely able to get into that position using the right-angled up B, so very nice recovery there. Tweek has been doing a lot of double jump recoveries, forcing himself onto these side platforms with the double jump combined with the directional air dodge mix-up, so Sinji was able to punish that, but was not able to seal out the stock, so Tweek is still living on the second stock.
Yeah, just like that, only about 20-ish% separating the two right now.
Oh no, up smash!
That could have been really, I was gonna say that could have been really, really risky. Sinji just air dodged, essentially like right into your body right there.
Yeah, Tweek was in shield too, maybe just not ready for it. Goes for the grab, but a trade. This is such a close second stock, and with only 2.5 minutes on the clock, this is going to be very, very important. Coming in, the Hydrant is going to combo in from the bell. Wow, Sinji is going to secure that second stock. What is the answer for Tweek here?
Yeah, thankfully for him, Wolf does have a plethora of moves like we saw earlier that are able to bail him out of, bad situations very nicely. Back air will definitely kill at the ledge right here. You see Tweek had to sort of rush that throw exchange. Otherwise, he would have gotten pushed by the water. So, going right back to work on the ledge here, though.
Ooh, doesn't get the turnaround up tilt. And this is all, at this time, the whole time Sinji just stays alive, this is all time that's in benefit for him. He hasn't been getting any percent, though. So if he doesn't deal any damage, then... Oh, wait, the back air and no damage dealt. 140% here on this last stretch here. Last stock on Kalos. Game 3.
Yeah, if you're Tweek, you couldn't have asked for a better exchange right there. Get the stock off with that while avoiding all the party tricks that Pac-Man has to throw at you to get back to even stock here. So again, less than 90 seconds on the clock once again, Charles. So if you're both players, you might have to start thinking it's like, all right, at what point do I sit on the lead and force my opponent to have to make some moves? Yeah,
and the gun is out. The cross up, Pac-Man can't do too much about that. I mean, can, depending on how far the cross-up from the dash attack is, you can do a rising air out of shield. Galaga, Sinji really trying to get something started here, but Tweek just not giving it to him and getting all these grabs. Wolf is such a great character for racking up this damage at lower percent.
Yeah, no, 100%. It definitely helps when, things like Nair, all of Wolf's aerials can kind of combo into grabs at low percents. And especially as good as an aerial as, an all-purpose aerial that Nair is.
Yeah, and at this point, Sinji has to put the pedal on offense. You charging bonus fruit at this point, like, it's not even worth it. You have to go in and fight. And that's exactly what Sinji is doing, racking up 41%. 30 seconds left on the clock here. Is going to charge the bonus fruit. Tweek just going to pretty much go platform to platform here. Does not have to interact with this bonus fruit. Oh, wow, just going to catch him anyway. Tweek could have opted to run away during that whole time. There's only 18 seconds left, but reads the drift after the Hydrant, gets the back air, and yeah, going to close out game 3.
Yeah, I'm curious if Sinji might have screwed himself there by throwing the Hydrant so high in the air.
Yeah.
He threw
wasn't
it
even
so
a
high.
factor, right?
Yeah, like he threw it so high into the air that all Tweek had to do is just kind of catch him below him. Also, one of my favorite dramatic zooms in the game is whenever Pac-Man gets hit and you see his body look all funny and round.
Yeah.
Like it's like yes, I know he's round, but he just looks like he's
extra round.
just look at it. It's so funny. It's one of my favorite little things in the game. But listen, another nail biter set right there. The switch to Wolf has worked out in spades so far. For Tweek. Sinji's gonna run it right back though, and he's been in every single one of these sets. So, qualifying match, neither player wanting to give an inch here. Let's see what the response is gonna be here from New York's very own.
Absolutely, and if any type of player has stamina, it's definitely gonna be Pac-Man mains. No stranger to playing the clock, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just obviously a strength their character does have. And as well, Tweek, definitely a player known for having a great amount of stamina. Is pretty much a veteran ever since the good Brawl and Smash 4 days. So here's the gun, and we're camping. We're here.
Yeah, listen, we're out here. Pac-Man's brought snacks, so I mean, he's definitely shows that he's willing to share with everybody. So. Yeah, now he's got the melon in hand. That's an item we've seen Sinji seldomly used so far. It's definitely a much more niche item in Pac-Man's arsenal, but it's definitely At this point in the game, if you're Sinji, you got to pull out all the tricks you can. Oh no!
Still have the double jump. No, he was able to snipe the double jump with the forward air. Sinji and Tweek kind of holding on to the bonus fruit for quite some time. That is an effective strategy. You still have access to Reflector. You still have access to the gun, but Tweek just throwing out a gun a little too close was a little unsafe. Sinji was able to drift right up and over, connect the forward air, and just really snipe that double jump from the disadvantaged state and get the entire stock. Wolf off stage without that double jump, especially very low like that, can't really do much in terms of recovery.
Yeah, that was an excellent reversal there from Sinji. And Pac-Man's fair again. You know, we brought up earlier how Pac-Man definitely has the tools to scrap up close, which makes him such, a powerful character to fight against. And that fair is no joke, man. That is in my opinion, a top 5, top 10 fair in the game.
Oh, absolutely. Combos into itself, very good when you're coming forward. Pac-Man has good air drift on top of that.
All right, so just like that, though, Tweek on the back foot once again, and Sinji continuing to add on to this lead, and now we're going to see maybe the high ground of Kalos on the ledge here really come into play for Sinji.
Yeah, a lot of the times we saw Tweek really abusing these side platforms, and because he had the lead for most of the time, it kind of went back and forth, but I would say most of the previous game. But now this time, for sure, Sinji is probably going to be the one utilizing these platforms. Tweek's going to have to find a way into this corner and get up and over this hydrant, get to the platform that Sinji's at. It's a lot of corner play. Even like this trampoline can make things really tricky to punish, especially with that platform as well. If on that second jump, we saw Sinji retreat to that higher platform. And again, oh, no punish though. Tries to get the roll almost, but the up smash doesn't connect.
No, go strictly for the down throw just to get some stage positioning, but dueling on the platform here. We've seen some close quarter combat from both these guys come out. And once again, Sinji, doing a great job at, taking these hits here and there, but he's not getting hit by any killing blows, which is exactly, what you want to do in most scenarios in Smash, but especially against a character, like Wolf that can kill you from essentially anywhere.
It doesn't re-pick up the apple, sets up the trampoline. Where's the hydrant going? No, we're just going to start charge some bonus fruit. Apple is going to be a great option to get the KO. When you throw the apple, it throws it at a very low angle, so especially if you're high up in the air, a lot of Pac-Mans will catch a lot of players off guard with the apple and get the KO.
Yep, and I believe if you Z-drop the apple, it does bounce in place like it usually does, like when you properly throw it. So, let us see what the response is going to be here. Sinji finally giving away that stock there, but 140 on Tweek's tab right now. Sinji is in great position to go up big here.
Yeah, and only one stock each, taken pretty much half the timer already gone, only 3 minutes left, but obviously Tweek at a much higher percent, catching the key with the directional air dodge, using it for shield pressure as well, almost gets the grab, but is able to get the blaster, slowly ticking away at this stock. We'll see if Tweek can do the same trick Sinji did, just living at absurdly high percents for an extremely long time.
All right, you see Tweek just trying to find that killing blow here. And Pac-Man being that separated from Fire Hydrant definitely could have been disastrous for Sinji, but thankfully everything able to reset, and Sinji once again setting up shop at the ledge.
Oh, tries to get the grab, but the punish was a little weird there because of the Fire Hydrant. Oh, the back air! That could have been the KO, but just a tad bit off on that fair back air. You got the good drift in fair as well. That's what you want, especially with that full rage. Still probably going to be online with the rage, but Sinji is going to go ahead, get the apple snipe from above like we were talking about, and get the KO.
Yep, 60% and 2 stocks to play with. Sinji is looking like a different player in this game here. So let's see what the response is going to be from Tweek. And already quick 40-ish% out for, wow.
And again,
that was nice.
Yeah, the jump snipe with the cherry, very well played from Sinji. He's starting to feel out exactly when Tweek feels very safe to burn that double jump. Like I said, the double jump is an extremely important resource for Wolf's recovery. I mean, to be fair, it's for most characters' recovery, but especially at these lower percents, when because you want to set up the lower hits and you want to hit Wolf with something really soft hitting, right? So if you get Wolf off stage at around, the sub 50%, and they just double jump and you barely hit them with something that barely nips them off stage, but doesn't really hit them too far off stage, and since the percentage is low, they don't go far, they just can't make it back. And we saw Sinji take 2 stocks exactly like that.
Yeah, it's sort of poetry like, another character that Tweek is known for, Cloud. Certain characters, you just kind of get them out far enough out into no man's land where they don't hit a blast zone, but they have to burn a resource. in order to get back. So, you know, just like you mentioned, certain characters, that double jump is worth its weight in gold. Or Bitcoin, whatever the kids are playing with nowadays. But, you know, needless to say, though, Game 5, you know, very fitting for what we've seen today. A lot of high-level competition, a lot of long sets here at Charles. And Pokemon Stadium 2 will be the final stage here between these two. So let's see how this works out here. I think this is a great Wolf stage, personally. So we'll see if this works out in spades here for a Tweek.
We still got the platforms, the platform extension, the platform pressure, and obviously you still have the two platforms, but they're not like too far out by the edges for Pac-Man to utilize for setting up, you know, just being able to charge up bonus fruit at the edge of the stage. So, you know, very, very good stage for Wolf. Obviously still a doable stage for Pac-Man. And honestly, like the gameplay from both these players have just been so great that I don't think, like, the stage definitely impacts how the game's going to be played, but I feel like no matter what stage we get, we're just going to see phenomenal gameplay in this matchup.
Yeah, no, I think both these players came to play for sure. And like you mentioned, you know, those middle platforms going to be great for you know, extending those, you know, mid-percent Wolf combos, but also Pac-Man can utilize them, you know, the same way, having a you know, a safe haven to land against a character as potent on the ground as Wolf is going to really help Sinji, you know, in a handful of instances. So very close out this first stock, though.
There's the Hydrant play and the Z-drop. Galaxian gonna go ahead and tumble the Hydrant as well. A lot of tricks coming out here from Sinji. The forward air almost connecting, and the Blaster just gonna tick away at this Hydrant. Oh, going up and over, almost getting that down air opening. If you get a down air, especially when your opponent's on the ground like that, you get this little pop-up and you can get pretty big damage or combos as Wolf. Ooh, I like the Tomahawk on to the platform. Very tricky from Tweek. Gonna get his opening here, up and over. Gonna have to deal with the Hydrant though.
Yeah, interesting choice to back throw Sinji back to the other side of the stage. Maybe just trying to get a pseudo, you know, combo extension there.
Try to get some cross-up DI. I believe back throw also just does the most damage, if I'm not mistaken, so maybe just looking for that damage. Back air is not going to be enough to KO, but offstage situation here. Going low, gets the tech, and Wolf flashes back on the stage. Takes quite a bit of damage, but is able to find his way back on the stage here.
Yep, Tweek, one of the best reactionaries in the business. No surprise to see him get that tech there, but you know, definitely having to play it close to the vest here. Both these players at danger percent right now.
And we see Tweek trying to jump over, get these grabs, but Sinji just one step ahead, gonna go up and over him and get that apple to confirm. Gets the nair, but gonna tack on some more damage with the neutral B. Ledge trap? Yes, it does happen. The back air does land. Trying to Sinji, I believe did a normal get up into a full hop. Full hop, usually a very safe option in ultimate, but obviously there's always counterplay.
Yes, sir. So we're back at even stocks here. You know, just creeping over the 3-minute mark. So let's see.
Ooh, I like the jump away from Tweek there, knowing that he didn't really have too much frame advantage. Just tried to use a full hop to reposition himself. Almost set up for another falling aerial. Wolf definitely a character that a lot of your combo setups mainly from falling aerials. You don't get too much from rising aerials, so it's still really good for Wolf because, like you mentioned earlier, insane air mobility, especially for a Spacey. So you know, you have that air mobility to kind of set up these falling aerials that net you so much.
Yeah, I think at low percent you can get like jump fair into like another forward air, but like you mentioned, a lot of the time it's going to be landing nair, landing forward air, you know, into whatever, you know, DI reads you can catch on your opponent. Good job holding the reflector right there to avoid any sort of you know, fire hydrant shenanigans. And again, both these guys up close, man, it is so terrifying. And Sinji back on the offensive.
Yeah, this apple is doing so much work. In terms of like the amount of bonus fruit that Tweek has gotten hit by the most from is definitely going to be apple, I feel like. He's doing a really good job avoiding all the other ones. And even like when the Galaxian hits his shield, he's able to like jump out of shield and just Z-grab it. So you can definitely tell he's a lot more comfortable against the other items. But apple, for some reason, just that unique angle that is, you know, just downward, really tripping out Tweek.
Yeah, especially when Sinji's on the platform, it goes at such a much steeper angle than I'm sure one would expect. So, you know, Tweek definitely having his fits with, you know, that bonus route, like you said. However, still managing to keep it close, and interesting clank right there with the dash attack to stop the orange. My goodness.
Yeah, 2 minutes left on the clock. Tweek was a very small percentage lead, but we've seen so many times that, like, yeah, the percentage lead matters, especially, like, I think it matters way more on that last stock, but these first 2 stocks, the percentage lead matter, but it really comes down to who can get these stocks early, right?
Yep. Yeah, no, exactly. You've seen how, a lot of the games have shaken down, especially like the last 3 of them. And there we go. The back throw, like you mentioned, does the most damage out of Wolf's throws, kills off the top, which I always find hilarious when it does.
Yeah, one of the few spacies with the kill throw. I guess reliable. Falco kind of has them, but you can just DI them a certain way and they'll blast hit you.
Wolf has a kill throw, the other ones have throws that kill. There's a very
It's a great way to put it. But right now, Tweek trying to stay alive. Every second counts. Kind of, because if he burns a lot of time but doesn't do damage, it kind of doesn't matter, right? It's definitely really weird. But okay, here's an opening here. Gets the tech chase into another opening, another grab. These down throw tech chases are not stopping. Wow, maybe a back air could have connected, or maybe even a down air, just for the damage. But nonetheless, so much damage tacked on. I don't think Tweek is really sweating.
Yeah, no, less than a minute on the clock right now, and Sinji nearing the century mark.
If that was
could have
forward tilt. Woo!
It could have been really bad. Sinji not giving up just yet, though. Ooh, great use of the bayonet part of the blaster right there.
Yeah, this is really rough. Only 35 seconds, and at this point, every time you just get hit, the time is the main resource here. Only 28 seconds. You have to burn this stock, and like I said, you can hang on the Angel platform for like anywhere from like 5 to 8 seconds. I'm not too sure the exact amount in this game, but it's around that time. Tweek just pretty much has to not get KO'd, and even if he does, he's still sitting in a really good spot. And at this point, I actually think it's impossible. Maybe if Tweek just ran off the stage twice in a row really quick, it might be possible, but it doesn't seem like that's part of his game plan. He didn't give him the back throw. That's hilarious. That's hilarious, because in that situation, you just hold shield and you still win, and Tweek didn't even give him that. Wow.
That is... Oh man, it's the little things, man. And listen, after a dip in a losers bracket via Pac-Man earlier in the tournament, like we mentioned, and after losing that first game with Wario, Tweek reaching back into that bag of tricks, the characters that he has, and it is once again Wolf O'Donnell that bails him out here, as Tweek has not, good old Irish space animals. I'll still never understand that, but nonetheless, though, congratulations to Tweek, as he has now officially qualified for the